Hey, buds, welcome to We Can Talk Heroes, where we talk about everything cool happening in superheroes this week. And man, has it been a big week. To start, do you want to? I guess I was going to say eat our vegetables before we get into dessert and do the news before we talk about Deadpool, but it's all dessert. This is all, there's a lot of
Yeah,
crazy
it's
stuff
all
happening. So
just the best ice cream you could possibly
uh,
imagine. Yeah, dude.
let's talk about the
Um,
news first, and then to warning anybody that's watching this full video, there will be Deadpool spoilers. A
yes.
lot of them.
Spoiler alert.
Well, to start in movies, we got the subtitle announced for the Fantastic Four movie. I think it's First Steps is what it's called.
Yep.
Confirmed that it's going to be the 60s kind of retro aesthetic. And big news. We got our Doctor Doom announced, and it's Robert Downey Jr. Holy hell. I saw a theory about that, and I was like, that'd be crazy if they did that. There's no way they're doing that.
Yeah, dude. The
Holy
announcement
crap.
was incredible. I mean, just having him come out on stage and take the mask off with like 100 other Dooms right behind him was pretty dope.
It's very
Um,
RDJ. Like, it's
yeah, for
very,
sure. And just
yeah.
holding his arms out too. Like, I mean, he's gonna crush the role. I just hope that they write it in a way that it's not like this is Tony Stark from another universe. Like, I want him to just never take the mask off and be Doctor Doom. Like, just be Doctor Doom, dude.
My favorite thing about Doom, hands down, is that he's always one step ahead of the game, and you never know what he's gonna do. And he's like, when it comes down to it, brutal, like
Yeah,
efficient and brutal. And I think that he can do that. Like, even if it's just if this particular version of Doom is like a version of Tony Stark that changed or something, that's fine. Like, I'll take it. I'll take it where I can. You know what I mean? As
yeah.
long as it's written well and authentic to like the Doom character, I'll be happy.
So we are getting the Russo brothers back for both new Avengers movies, Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars,
Yes.
which is awesome. I'm seeing a lot of people on the Reddit threads like, this is just a cheap ploy to try to save the MCU, and it's like, does the MCU really need saving? Because sounds like it's doing pretty good, especially after Deadpool
Yeah.
and Wolverine.
I
It's doing,
it's definitely that. I mean, bringing back Robert Downey Jr., bringing back the Russo brothers, it's like a return to form. Like, it's
yeah,
definitely, they all had a meeting and were like, "Hey, we need to like pull in the nostalgia a little bit. It's what we're doing is not working as well as we intended." Overall, things are positive. I'm really excited. I love the Secret Wars story. I love Doctor Doom, so, I can't imagine that they would, especially if they're being very careful, I can't imagine that they would do anything that like bad. We're not looking at
yeah.
like bad, just like maybe disappointing. So, but at the best, it could be a very memorable performance and one of the high points of the MCU. So I'm excited to see what's happening, and I'm very hopeful. Continuing on to movie news and hopefulness. Um, for Brave New World, we have some more information. Adamantium is confirmed to be being introduced in the MCU, which is big. Obviously,
Yeah.
that means we can start tying into all the X-Men parts of the franchise. Giancarlo Esposito's character is confirmed as Sidewinder. A lot of people thought he was George Washington something. It was
Yeah.
like a member of the American government, or of Shield, or maybe of Sword. I can't recall exactly. I'm sure I'm going to get flamed in the comments for not knowing, but he was a like a secret agent type character, like an agent of the government. But it looks like he's going to be the head of the Serpent Society. Notably, not
Exciting.
looking like a giant snake, but I mean, hey, we'll see. Maybe maybe he's gonna fall into a pit of radioactive snakes or something, and get
There's
some
some weird
fangs.
looking characters in this movie. I mean, we were gonna get Tim Blake Nelson as the leader, so maybe
Oh
he does something to
yeah,
transform him
I forgot
into a
about that.
snake-like dude. Like, I don't know, or maybe he just stays, human looking with snake-like qualities. That's fine too. Just excited to see the Serpent Society kind of getting some
Yeah.
love from the MCU. It's going to add to that kind of espionage, like spy thriller
Mm-hmm.
kind of mystique that Captain America and the Winter Soldier had. And I'm
Yeah.
hoping we get out of Brave New World. I think it's looking like it's going to be pretty freaking awesome.
Speaking of things that I'm excited for, in TV, it looks like we're getting a The Boys prequel series, which I admit I was not super jazzed about, but it's gonna feature Jensen Ackles as Soldier Boy, and man, he was so much fun in the last season.
Oh yeah,
I'll watch it. I'll just watch anything with Jensen Ackles altogether. But
yeah, for sure, he's
um,
great. I'm concerned about they took the two most racist characters, and Soldier Boy or Soldier Boy, and Stormfront.
yeah,
And they're putting them as leads in a show in the 1950s. It's like, all right, that's. I hope they just don't lean into like jokes and commentary about racism too much.
got
I
bad
don't know.
news for you.
They're
Buddy.
probably going to.
That's kind of the whole point of the show.
It's kind of the whole shtick there. But otherwise, like, real cool to see like the early dawn of Vought and the superheroes in general.
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be like the top of my watch list. Like, obviously, you know, like in the same way that like if the next season of Invincible comes out, I'm there in a heartbeat. But you know, I like the Boys universe. It's got some fun things to say, and it's got some very very interesting narrative decisions. So, you know, if we get some more of it,
wild
cool.
visuals too.
Deadpool and Wolverine spoilers ahead. Do you have any favorite cameos that stand out, for favorite like little Easter eggs like that? I gotta say the Henry Cavill Wolverine just slayed
that
me. And
like
I saw him immediately. He walked in. I was like, that's Henry Cavill. That's not Hugh Jackman's shoulders. And
there's no that's someone just so much more jacked. I think my favorite cameo was definitely Gambit. Channing Tatum as Gambit is hilarious.
It was
Channing
very
Tatum
funny.
is super funny.
He looked great too. He looked really good.
He looked super cool in the Gambit outfit. Like, not as slim as like I picture Gambit. You know, Gambit's like kind of got that like, slim bodied agility kind of thing, and Channing Tatum's just pretty jacked.
Mm-hmm.
But either way, costume looked great. Channing Tatum's funny.
Yeah,
But I think the best cameos were Hugh Jackman himself as the different Wolverine variants, man. Like the Age of Apocalypse Wolverine with the big hair and the like cyberpunk alley, like
very funny, very good.
I forget which comic it is, but it was basically a comic book cover where he's getting crucified on the X.
Yeah, I don't remember that either.
Forget what I think it was like. It was I forget. But yeah, I mean, and then comic accurate height Wolverine is the funniest fucking thing I've.
Very good.
I was losing my fucking mind.
So, as in addition, favorite jokes, I really enjoyed the slow pan to the camera whenever Wesley Snipes was like, "There's only one blade," and he's just like,
yeah. I mean, that very well could be true, judging how things are going with the current Blade production. But hopefully they get that figured out, because I would love to see a new Blade movie.
I also really there's a bunch of great like Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman jokes, like hey, this is my Wolverine, his shirt isn't off, he has been kind of letting himself go since the divorce. So funny,
dude. Yeah. Or Nice Pool was probably one of my favorite Deadpools.
I can gently stroke like, the fourth wall too.
The proposal. Just like, dude, I don't think you know how this works, man.
That was that and was the loudest the theater laughed when he did that. And then whenever he's like, how long does it take for you to regenerate, asshole? And he's like, regenerate? like very good.
Just the visual of him like carrying that obviously fake Deadpool body like across the line of fire.
Oh yeah,
it was cracking me up.
That and Wolverine slowly walking, holding the dog, like mean mugging the entire of them. Like, you're not gonna shoot me. Future of the MCU. What are you thinking? I mean, I really thought this was gonna shake it up more specifically. It seems like it tied up a lot of things with the Fox universe in a nice bow. But I don't feel like it affected the MCU that much. Most of the things that were happening were in the other realm and then back to the like Deadpool / Fox universe. So like very few things happened in the MCU proper.
Maybe Deadpool pops into the MCU every once in a while. He probably has that ability now.
I mean, he's gonna have that moment with Thor apparently at some point. So, so there's that
a variant of his. Like,
but yeah, so I guess there's that.
Secret Wars, I bet.
Oh yeah, he
they're probably setting up a lot of this stuff for Secret Wars. So I bet we might see like Elektra again, and Blade and Secret Wars, and
maybe. They're not super.
Deadpool for sure will be in it.
Yeah, he's a pretty big point in Secret Wars. I'm excited to see what they're gonna do with it. I'm excited to see Reed Richards in the MCU. I really like Reed Richards a lot as a character too, especially with all the Council of Reed stuff that goes down. And I'm excited to see our new Doom. So, and a bunch of mutants coming into the story. So, well, I think that's all we got for you this week. It's quite a bit, but that's all we got for you. So, until next time, I'm Smiley,
and I'm Spencer.
See y'all next week.